Hello and welcome back. I'm Dr. Lori Williams. Today I want to talk to you about inner child healing and what the younger version of you may still need from you. So first and foremost, I want to preface this video by saying that you do not need to confront anyone about your past. That's not typically helpful when you're working on healing. You don't need validation from other people on your experiences. The experiences that you have lived are just yours. So you don't need to seek external validation that your experiences actually happened. That being said, you also, as an adult, should not be blaming anyone at this point for the experiences that you had. So when it comes to inner child healing, this is really an internal healing option that you have to look at the earlier version of yourself, because that is the part of us who holds on to these, unmet needs or traumas of things that have either happened to us or things that we were lacking as we were becoming adults. So ultimately, when you're looking at healing your inner child, you want to know, like, essentially what the signs are. Like, what are the signs that you still need some inner child healing? Some simple signs could be that you still feel triggered when you are in emotional situations, especially emotional situations that trigger something that was maybe lacking, that you were missing as you were growing up. Feeling a deep longing to feel loved, to feel safe, or to seek outside validation and approval. Self-sabotaging patterns that seem to come out of nowhere is another sign that your inner child may still need some healing. And feeling stuck in fear, guilt, and shame that doesn't necessarily match your current reality. It's almost like you don't know where it comes from, or you may even know that, okay, well, that comes from my childhood. These are all signs that your inner child is asking you to do some healing on it. So some of the most common unmet needs from childhood are safety and protection, unconditional love and acceptance, feeling seen and heard, and being able to be to play and to have fun and to be creative, and also validation and encouragement. So these are the typical signs, or the typical unmet needs from childhood that we may need to heal in our inner child healing. So how can you heal your inner child? Essentially, it's about showing up for yourself now. Like I said, the past cannot be rewritten. What's done is done, and it's not necessarily your fault that anything happened, but essentially it is your responsibility to be able to heal it. And it is such a big gift to give to yourself, to be able to give yourself this gift of healing. How you can show up for your younger self now is to speak to yourself kindly. Be the emotionally available, steady parent that you needed, that unfortunately you may not have gotten. Create daily routines of comfort and safety. Give yourself the comfort and safety that you may have been missing. Allow space for play. Be creative and allow yourself to rest without telling yourself that you are lazy or feeling like you have to earn the ability to rest. It's like, oh, well, I've worked, 40 hours this week, I'm going to take an hour and rest. You don't have to earn your rest. You get to rest because that is part of healing, is rest as well. And listen to your emotions. Whatever is coming up for you, it is coming up for you to heal. So take all of these emotions that may be coming up for you as signs and stepping stones towards your healing path. Don't dismiss them, don't downplay them, and definitely do not suppress them. You've done that long enough. It's time for them to be felt and processed and released. So essentially, when you're going through this inner child healing, there may be times when you fall back into old habits. And that is okay too. Like, the healing isn't necessarily about all the steps forward that you may take. You may end up falling back a little bit, and that is okay. You want to just make sure that you don't allow yourself to stay there. You want to get back on that path of doing the things, giving yourself that space, whatever it is that you need to help your inner child heal. You want to get back on doing that. But don't be hard on yourself if you do fall back into what's comfortable, because unfortunately, regardless of how toxic it may be for us, we tend to go with what's comfortable. So when you're going through any kind of healing journey or any part of your healing journey, it's going to feel uncomfortable because it's new. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad for you. It just means that it hasn't become comfortable in your nervous system yet. The old way of doing and being is still comfortable. So just forgive yourself. Be aware of the fact that you have maybe stepped back a little bit, and then just recommit to yourself to continue to grow and to learn, and essentially to heal yourself. So one thing that I want to give to you before I sign off on this video is a simple question that you can ask yourself to get started. And that simple question is, what is the one thing that my inner child is still asking of me today? It may change tomorrow. Ask yourself this question every single day if you need to. By answering this question, you will begin to unfold what exactly it is that you need. You may need protection. You may need to be seen and heard. You may need the ability to feel creative, and you need all of those things at once, and that's okay. Just work through them and begin the process of giving yourself everything that the adults in your life when you were a child just couldn't do, because they were suffering their own traumas as well. So forgiveness is definitely a big part of inner child healing. A lot of people will tell me, oh, but I don't feel that way, or I don't look at that situation anymore. And I still would encourage you to look at that situation anyway, because even though your current reality allows you to reflect on things differently, it is not the adult version of you that has internalized this. It's your child version of you that has internalized this. So that it needs to be dealt with through the inner child, not through the adult that you are today. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you back here next time.